Welcome to Uncrowned. Napoleon Bonaparte. The throne couldn't hold his ambition. He lost the war, but won immortality. Born Napoleon Bonaparte, Corsica, 1769. Not born French, not born royal. Born restless, born brilliant. A boy who read war the way others read fairy tales. At 9, shipped to a military academy small. Sharp, shunned for his Corsican accent. But while they mocked, he calculated. By 16, a lieutenant. By 24, a general. By 35, an emperor, crowned not by the Pope, but by his own hand. Because Napoleon didn't take power, he took control. He didn't inherit a throne. He built one out of bayonets and belief, a son of revolution who became its ruler, a man who could move armies like chess pieces, yet struggled to keep a marriage faithful. They called him a tyrant. They called him a genius. Both were true. He rewrote laws. The Napoleonic Code still shapes justice today. He redrew borders. He reimagined Europe. And he fought everywhere. 100 battles, 7 coalitions, 6 million lives lost across Europe during his wars, a devastation that, in modern terms, would be like losing the entire population of Denmark, 5 times over. But it wasn't just soldiers. It was civilians. He ordered mass executions in Spain, had prisoners shot en masse in Jaffa after promising them mercy. Over 4,000 men gunned down. He reinstated slavery in French colonies after it had been abolished, igniting brutal uprisings, silencing them with blood. Some say he wasn't tall, 5'6" by modern measure, but even that may have been British propaganda, cartoons by James Gilray and others, shrinking him to mock the man Europe feared most. He wore ambition like armor, and vanity like velvet. He spent lavishly on art, on palaces, on image. His coronation alone cost 20 million francs, over $500 million today. And behind the battlefield brilliance, a gambler's heart, he bet empires on single battles, Austerlitz, Wagram, Jena. And when luck ran thin, he lost big. But there was light amid the shadows. He modernized education, founded France's first public universities, established the Bank of France to stabilize a broken economy. And across Italy, he shattered feudal systems, introduced secular governance, and planted the first seeds of Italian unification. First exile, Elba. He escaped, returned, rallied a nation with a single phrase: "Soldiers, if there is one among you who would kill his emperor, here I stand." None fired, all followed. For one last act, the 100 days. Then Waterloo. Defeat. Exile again, this time to St. Helena. No escape. He died there, May of 1821. Alone, stomach cancer, age 51. Not on a battlefield, but in a damp room, a lion trapped in a cage of his own making. But if he lived today, he wouldn't wear a crown. He'd wear a suit. Not a throne, an empire of corporations, alliances, private armies. He'd be a tech military CEO. SpaceX meets BlackRock meets DARPA. Building weapons, rewriting global contracts, hiring the best minds, crushing the rest. He'd engineer the war before selling the weapons, sponsor revolutions in targeted states, leak false intelligence, provoke conflict, then feed the inferno with weapons his companies already had in shipment. He wouldn't buy governments. He designed them, rewriting constitutions behind closed doors, handpicking leaders groomed through loyalty pacts and blackmail archives. By the time the public voted, they'd only be choosing which puppet smiled better. He'd revive slavery digitally, Not with chains, but with data, surveillance, and debt. Weaponized poverty, economic vassal states. He'd topple democracies before sunrise and blame it on the people. He'd manipulate global media to turn massacres into liberations. His version of peace would be obedience. He'd be hated, he'd be feared, he'd be followed. Because Napoleon didn't chase legacy, he chased victory. And victory, whether in 1800 or today, still obeys one rule. Power belongs to the one bold enough to take it. Napoleon Bonaparte, conqueror, tyrant, visionary, not a hero. A weapon, oh, cold, calculating, cataclysmic. Thank you for watching. If this awakens something, like, subscribe, and share it forward. Relive the past, rethink the story, reimagine the legend. Another voice returns soon.